A 3,
2.
1. Hello everyone, Jackie Ding here. Welcome to Yinbing Ding Fling, We Chillin at PhD Racing episode
3.
3.
I think.
Technically this was episode 4 because I recorded episode 3.
Yeah, then the SD card died.
No, the hard drive died.
Oh, the hard drive died.
Computer
that's right.
hard drive died.
So Samsung failed us.
We've dealt with worse hard drive failures, and yet here we are. We're back for another episode of We Chillin.
Yep.
So what are we chilling this time for? As you guys can see on the table, we have
We're
a
kind of
mess.
mid-install for
It's
all
a mess.
these videos coming.
Video is coming, so
Yeah.
expect some very golden good boys coming
So
up very
bling.
soon.
It's like a lot of bling in my eyes right now.
Yeah, oh, sun's like hitting right here,
Yeah.
so Alex's side is gonna get some really good lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been very busy at work making videos. We actually went on a trip. We can talk about it slightly, derail it slightly. We went on a trip to Daytona 500, not the 24.
Not the 24.
Weirdly, because we're road course people, and we'd probably go to Daytona for Rolex. Instead, we went to it for the 500.
Because I really want to see the Air Force One.
Yeah, but no, that showed up kind of out of the blue. Generally speaking, it was really cool as my first NASCAR event and as Alex's first NASCAR event too. I've always been a bit of a NASCAR fan, but seeing that in person was just like, holy shit.
We could have just go to the Chicago street race. Maybe we'll do that this year.
That's a different crowd.
Yeah.
And that's not the full NASCAR experience. I think we got the full NASCAR experience.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that video is coming, and hopefully we'll be able to share with you soon. We'll move on to today's conversation topic, which we really didn't have a lot of conversation topics going on because we're busy actually working on
Yeah.
things.
It's been a rough bit.
It's been a rough bit.
Yeah.
We got a couple of different hats to wear, different gigs going on.
But today, we're going to talk about
We'll talk about
how this became a thing.
this entirety, everything. So between, I wouldn't say the YouTube started, because YouTube I started doing a long time ago, but how PhD Racing came to be.
PhD racing.
Yeah, became PhD Racing. So I guess if we have to talk about the story's very start, technically he has to start because he was older than me. So his start was earlier than me.
Okay. Like we're talking about PhD racing, not talking about the start of Alex Lee.
Okay. We don't have to.
Anyway,
Alex was doing Subaru stuff in Canada
Subaru stuff in Canada
for a while.
For a while. Always wanted to do GTA. And was that the first? No, that was actually not the first. That was maybe like the third or fourth GTA I've ever done.
It must be because it was GTA New Jersey, and it was after Road Atlanta already.
Was it after? Or
It was
before?
for sure after
Oh,
because
so
it's
it was
July.
after. Okay.
Did you do Atlanta actually?
I think so.
So we must have done GTA Road Atlanta together that year. 2018. We just somehow didn't run into each other or didn't say hi.
Maybe.
Yeah, because GTA Road Atlanta was my first one because I remember.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I remember doing that, and then
Oh, I remember because I think that was the time that my fuel pump literally like last like 30 seconds the paddock then just died. So I didn't have one. So I run like a single lap.
and you just went home.
Basically something next day, watch FD and went home.
That must be why.
I think so. I think that was.
I think I probably missed the first day because GTA wouldn't let me go with a bucket seat without shoulder harnesses, 6-point harnesses for passenger side, in street class. I was trying to get to enthusiast, and they said they didn't have in panels. So,
Wait, was it 2018 or the 2019?
dude, it's gotta be 2018 because 2019 we went back with a supercharged car, with a supercharged S2000, and we had to do the trunk swap, which was quite entertaining.
Right. So yeah. So was it?
It's 2018.
Yeah. So was it?
Yes. Anyway, we're sorting out our backstory here. We obviously haven't actually talked about filming this episode. Otherwise, we would have sorted this detail out.
So first time that we run into each other, 2018 New Jersey.
I think we talked on. You added me on Facebook.
Yes.
Before that.
You know why?
Why?
Because I randomly saw this crazy bastard with S2000 like basically jump the car at the 11 at Gingerman.
I think that was me. I think I did. That was also 2018. Yeah.
That was also 2018.
That was also 2018. I went through.
I think I friended you before that, but
I just never responded.
We never really talked to each other
No, we didn't.
until New Jersey.
Until New Jersey, yeah. because New Jersey.
Like, I know this guy exists. I don't know about he even know I exist, but I know this guy exists.
I definitely didn't know he existed. I'll be honest.
Yeah, no, but we never got the chance to talk because I wasn't at Gingerman Grill Live that year.
No, you weren't. Yeah, but I remember that was the stretch where I went through like 3 bumpers in like 2 events.
Yeah, I saw the picture of an S2000 earbump, and I was like, "What the?"
Yeah, it was pretty wild. Roll the gears and gasoline clip from a from a while ago.
Yeah.
Like that was wild.
Yeah.
We ran into each other at, like we said, NJMP Lightning. I think that was
GTA.
primarily because the paddock was actually a lot smaller. There wasn't as many cars. And
Also, I was like, because I got there super early, or when I say I got there super early, maybe Dove got there super early.
You mean the NV Auto
Yeah,
crew?
the NV Auto.
with their big trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, did they have a stacker at that time?
No, they never had the stackers.
For some reason, for some
it's
reason,
effectively the same size as ours.
yeah. For some reason, in my mind, I just remember it being like a super fancy, like really hot
It
boy
wasn't
setup.
fancy, but actually have a functional awning, so when you have
That's
that
why.
extended out, it looked a lot
It
bigger.
looks
than
like
it actually
pro
is.
as fuck.
Yeah.
It looked like the sort of shit you see in like a Indy Lights or not necessarily, maybe like an
Because
Indy
that,
2000
that
pattern.
is their FD rig.
Yeah. So it was like
Yeah, that rig is their FD rig.
I remember this guy was parading around. The wife had a border collie.
Yep.
Love that boy.
Yep.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Fucking got like tire sponsors and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, back in the day. I remember that. I was like,
These
oh
tires
shit.
are like, I'm not gonna name which brand, but these tires were.
Well, we're gonna roll a picture of you should probably just stop talking about the tire brand. Anyway, before we potentially piss off more people, we just want to say how we appreciative we are to Nankang Tires for sponsoring PhD as a whole. Yep. Anyway, back to the story.
Anyway, back to the story. So I was like basically right in front of the tech, effectively.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was because I just got there super early.
Yep,
right?
and I was further back
and then
towards
I
the
saw
grass.
a suspiciously familiar
white and
S2000
red come over the bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, with a was it like a was like a silver E46
It was a silver E46
and a Toyota Sienna minivan.
Well, yeah, there was was Charles there that weekend? Okay, yeah. So Charles showed up in the minivan.
I think I think the minivan's there too.
Fiona showed up in the E46.
Yeah, the poor car.
That poor car was like on its last legs.
Was it on? Yeah, I guess it was on its last leg at that
bad.
point. Yeah.
It was very poor.
Yeah.
Regardless, we showed up, and I remember my entire trailer wasn't a trailer because it didn't have wheels. It was a bucket that I snapped into the tow rig, the tow hitch, the disconnectable.
Before that day, I didn't even know you can put tow hitch on this 2000.
Yeah, me neither. And I did it. It was a bucket. It was a Home Depot bucket for like carrying stuff. But I strapped like four 255 tires on the back, ratchet strapped them down, shoved them on the back of the car, and the thing was like Carolina squatting before it became illegal down the highway. So if you go over a really big bump, the back of the bucket really just like scrapes the ground.
Yeah, you need more spin rate.
Yeah, it needed a little. It drove really well on track though, without the bucket. And then I think I just remember seeing Alex there in the Subaru, you know, fully liveried up.
And then I think either I'm directly in front of you during tech, or you're directly in front of me. We're basically like next to like next up in line during tech.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, there was a picture of, I think it was your car behind mine or my car behind you.
I think that wasn't tech. I think that was going on to like that was pre-grid.
We were like, oh, sorry, not tech.
That was pre-grid.
Pre-grid.
That was like ready for Tony to roll us out.
That was like session 1 pre-grid or something.
It must be.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're looking at two men with like
it's been a while.
Troublesome memory from 5 years ago.
It's been
trying to explain a story. We're not explaining this very well.
No.
But regardless, the gist of the story is we battle each other even though we were in different classes.
You were in street with I was in limited because my car had the road.
I was ahead most of the weekend.
Yeah, also, I've never driven that track. You've driven that track like...
I was in F3 car the last time I was at that track, yes. I had a little bit of experience.
Yeah, a little bit more. So
I did a 101 or something, I think, with an F3 car.
That's fast.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Willow Young beat it. Fuck that guy. no, he beat it that weekend, actually, I remember. Yeah. So...
so, I was, just chilling, because, I got a crew to prep my car, and... I just see this guy start like assembling his car.
Well, I think because I tore the splitter off day one.
But even before that, were you swapping brake pad or suspension or something?
I must be doing something.
Yeah, you were definitely doing something. I don't remember you were swapping brake pad or swapping suspension.
I think I changed brake pad back in the day to like street pads So I had to swap it back onto the race
Because
pad.
back then you didn't have a tow rig. That was your only car.
That was my only car. I street drive that things to school.
Yeah. So I think you at least you were swapping brake pad and
I
rotors.
think so. No, just pads.
Just pads, yeah.
Rotors would have taken me a lot longer, believe me.
Yeah.
Pads probably takes me about 4 hours, 1 hour for each single pad, for the two calipers up front. You know, that happened.
You had the BBK? No, I think it was like basically bone stock, if I remember.
I don't remember 2018. I don't remember if I had the. I gotta go back in my sponsorship log to see if 2018 I had the stop tech BBK.
Yeah.
I don't remember at all. I think what's more critical for me was like we just chatted that weekend, and then
we chatted that weekend.
Overnight,
I think I led the conversation. In like with the line that somewhere sounds like, "Oh, I guess you got a new bumper or something."
And I remember, I remember that. I just got like, seriously, you don't even fucking, like, for the first time we're talking, how do you know this? How do you know, like, this is the third bumper I'm on?
Something like that, like, oh, I see you got a new bumper. Something
I do
like
remember,
that.
oh, you're jacketing, I see you got a new bumper. I remember something like that, yeah.
And then I was just like, I think I was talking with Charles, like, I wonder how long this bumper is going to last.
It didn't last very long.
Like, I wasn't being rude, but I kind of put it like a joking way. So I wonder how long this
He was just being typical Alex.
He was like taking action quite well. So I was like, all right, this guy's fun. And then immediately it was like 2 sessions after.
Yes.
Then I was just like at my with my car at the trailer and just chilling, and I saw Charles with half of a bumper on his shoulder walking back to
that happened. Yeah. The splitter didn't last long.
Yeah.
No.
And then I remember vividly was like Charles just like, camera gear, everything, was half a bump on his shoulder. Just like, "Hey Alex, check this out." As he like walked past in front of me.
As far as first impressions go, I don't think I typically leave very good ones in people's minds.
No, where did you lose it that time?
Final corner. I got a slide in the middle of the banking, and I just said, I want a banking. Fucking, I watched enough NASCAR back in the day.
Yeah.
Fucking floor and counter steer. And then eventually the rear just got away from me, and I just entirely watered the whole thing into the grass. And it was a dip in the grass, and then that's what took the splitter off. And so
you went to the outside.
Yeah, I slid all the way out.
Okay, well, maybe roll that video.
That was full commitment.
Yeah.
Like just full gas, like and then like the left rear dip in the grass, and then went up in the grass.
Yeah.
So it was,
It was a lot of fun. And also, I remember, was that the only time that? Well, technically, that's like pre-PhD time because back then we just like met each other. But
yeah.
Was that the only time that you, me, and Fiona are all on podium?
Fiona did get on the podium, yeah, because it was 3 cars and enthusiast. But we'll cut that bit out. No,
Hi, Fiona. Hope you're doing well.
I'm sorry. That did not meant to be condescending. Fiona got on the podium perfectly fine by herself, an enthusiast, with a very broken car that we can.
Yeah, you guys are like doing everything you can to keep that car alive. But didn't you say the way home took you guys like 3 days or something?
Yeah, because the car previously
constantly died.
The car previously caught fire, which burnt the main wiring harness on a BMW, which is we know.
Yeah.
Fucking nightmare.
Bad idea. Yeah.
And also it burnt the fuel line, so every now and then the car.
Because I remember the car just like randomly shuts off.
Yeah.
Then you guys had to do whatever.
It's either electrical or fuel or both.
Yeah.
So it was running very poor.
Yeah, it was rough, but she got on podium as well.
She got a podium. I got street second place or something like that. Well, first or second, I remember. It was second, I think.
Yeah.
You got limited.
First, I think.
Because
to be fair, I didn't have a lot of competition in limited that weekend. But also that record still stayed for like 2 years.
It did.
Yeah.
It did. For a couple of years, it was the fastest time a PhD racing car went around there until I went back in the Tier 90 Supra. Yeah. It was good times.
Yeah, it was a good time.
What after that? What happened?
After that, we didn't really. We kept talking a little bit more, obviously.
Yeah.
I think the next time we met in person was Buttonwillow.
I don't know how we arranged Buttonwillow, but we certainly did, because I had somebody transport the car over.
Yes. And I was just in Cali.
Yeah, Alex just,
Because I have family in Cali.
Yeah, and then you got a rental.
Yeah, I got
Fiona got a rental.
No, initially I think
that was a rental race.
Logistically I registered for Buttonwillow, but because at the time NVO had to run a Formula Drift Pro 2 program at the same time. So when the I think it was the Irwindale or something over, they literally didn't have time to go back to Canada, drop off an FD car,
And pick
then
yours up.
pick my car up because their trailer are not set up to bring 2 cars at the same time. So that's why we run out of time to get my car to California for that. And at that point, I had a trailer, but also I couldn't do the drive myself because I didn't have the truck. So that's why I was paid for, all the airplane tickets paid for. I'm in California anyway, so I just decided,
Might
you know
as well
what?
go party.
Yeah, so I went, picked up a rental Camaro SS V8 non-1LE from LAX airport rental. And
Yeah.
then, you know what? I'm just like, it's a Camaro. It's an SS, has Brembos and
Yeah.
It should be okay. It's
Yeah, on run flats.
on factory run flat because it's not a 1LE. And then I just, just go, never driven Buttonwillow, so might as well just have fun with the car because registration and everything's already paid for. Showed up,
And then Fiona showed up.
and saw this guy underneath the car at probably like 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
It was like pitch dark with a flashlight.
Yeah.
And
What were we doing that day? Oh, the wing fell off on the way.
you're either doing the wing or the
Oh,
suspension.
the
or
wing
something.
for sure. The
Yeah,
wing.
you were doing something.
The
on the
wing
car.
flew off because the transporter, who shall not be named, good friend of ours,
Yeah.
transported the car backwards, and my bottom mount wing was riveted from the bottom up, which
just got
meant
yanked out.
it just got pulled out.
ejected somewhere
It just
on the US, US interstate system.
yeah, it's somewhere over there. So Brian Ma from BM's back in the day, we had to put a wing on the car.
Yep.
Pretty sharpish.
And then I showed up at Buttonwillow with the Camaro, and then this guy was just like, "Hey, I thought for a second you're Fiona because apparently without because we haven't really talked about details before that, but then apparently Fiona couldn't get the E46 working or there either. So guess what? She rented a black brand new Camaro SS on the airport as well.
Same run flat.
So like
same
the two
everything.
cars look like identical. Like they are exactly the same car.
Dude, they had live stream footage of the 2 cars, and Cuban's like, I don't know which is which, but they're both in there.
Yeah. The 2 cars are like in terms of like wheel color, everything. They're like identical.
Same tire, same everything. It was
absolutely everything.
It was very funny. It was a good time.
Yeah.
And Alex almost sub-2'd in a rental, like 2 minute point 0 something. I remember.
Yeah, 2 minute point oh something.
It was 2 minute .01. I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Got pretty close, but
He almost sub-2'd a Buttonwillow with a rental Camaro on run flats.
yeah, if I had the Supercar 3, I probably would easily.
Yeah, fuck it. You would have done a 57.
Exactly.
You might have won enthusiast for all I care.
Oh yeah, back then they allowed me enthusiast.
Which technically is illegal because you didn't own that car.
Well, my name is on the rental agreement. So
Yeah, but, like,
I guess that. Well,
You know.
Yeah,
I
I don't think they allow that anymore,
Yeah, no.
especially if you're like on the SSYLE. But anyway,
Yeah.
That
Good
was
times.
fun.
That was good times.
So yeah, but actually that was the first time you talked to me about the Supercar.
Wow, you guys are crazy.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah,
Nice Porsche over there.
not mine.
I wonder whose it is. It's parked so close to a rental Nissan Versa. Why? Who's this at?
We picked it up from the airport today.
Okay, really? Oh, really? Oh, really? That was actually, yeah, that was when I was like, hey, Alex.
Yep.
I think we should maybe think about, if we work together. And this, well, I think back then it was just more, I have this idea. I want to
Yep.
do this. I want to build a Supra.
Yep.
Because it's coming out, right? It was end of 2018.
Yeah. Back
The
then-
rumors were
back
going
then you had
wild.
like
Yeah.
back then both of us had like a few sponsors,
Yeah.
but
Nowhere near
none
now.
of them are overlapped.
None of
right?
them are like
yeah, none of
this.
them are overlapped.
Yeah.
And also, because we feel like, hey, we're both Chinese. We all like this. It seems like we're both kind of okay at doing this.
Yeah.
Why don't we put our resources together?
Yep.
So that way we can benefit each other and also,
Help each other a little
yeah.
bit. And also for me, it was like, this guy actually knew what he was doing, Because most of the time, back then, I was in college. I was just like, this was just my fun hobby. Like, outside of going to school and finishing schoolwork, like, talking, like, to do car stuff, to do Grid Life and Global Time Attack
It's
was
more
just
like
fun.
at that point you thought I knew what I was doing, while I
He
wasn't.
presented himself better. He had a
Well,
better...
I was like, I still
Yeah.
don't have no idea what I'm doing. But anyway, so that's when we're kind of like, all right, let's see if we can pull this together. So then we talked a little bit more at PRI that year. So basically, we changed. Hey, these are my sponsor. Let's go meet them. These are your sponsor. Let's go meet them. Just try to put
Work
together the
together,
thing,
yeah.
work together the thing, and then
Then what happened?
then I think it was
2019?
Yeah, 2019.
2019, I think we just, like, everybody said we're trying to do everything together. Which
Yep.
is that's when I guess no, do we have PhD back? It did. End of 2018 is when we first got the name for PhD.
No, I think it was like end of 2018. We had the name figured out
Yeah.
because you posted something on Instagram, say, "Hey, we're trying to do a new team."
Yep.
And then
What should be the name?
Yeah, one of our guy.
Yeah.
He's actually local in
Yeah,
Chicago.
I will say this: a lot of my old followers back then gave really shitty names like Jackie and Friends for racing. I'm just like, this is terrible.
No. There's some really good like.
Do you remember? I don't remember.
There's a few that's like really funny. It's like Full Sending Racing.
Full Sending. I remember that
Yeah,
one.
and there's like Don't Ding It or something.
Yeah. Yeah, don't dig it. I remember that.
There's a lot of things.
I mean, Full Sending would have actually been pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. There's a few very funny
It's
ones.
just for instead of PhD, it's FSD. Full Sending.
Yeah.
And I like that. That one's fun.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
I think PhD just it kind of hit the wheelhouse. Like, well, once you should do PhD racing, passion, hope, and dream. But like,
No, because that actually turns out that was actually the guy who suggested that was their old team's name.
oh, was it?
Yeah. No, remember when he was here talking about
Yeah.
that was actually their old name. I mean, then I think they got like either separate after college or something. Like in terms of just
So
like
we just stole somebody's name.
No, he said just like you guys keep that thing. Then we actually
Really?
found out. Yeah,
I always thought
I
that
think
was
that
a
was
thing.
the case.
I thought that was a thing for. I thought that was original.
No,
So we've been copycats this entire time.
pretty much.
God damn it!
But anyway, so yeah. So for some reason, we just also that one was funny.
It was great. It was
fitting.
fitting.
It was fitting because
It was fitting.
passion, hopes, and dreams. That's what holds our race car together at that point.
Yeah.
Effectively.
And zip ties.
And zip ties.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody have a zip tie sponsorship coming,
Right,
send it this way. We still need them
yeah,
right
we
now.
do
But
need
anyway, yeah. So we thought it was a funny name, and just always need a name somehow. That was actually the best in the
I think it was the most memorable one.
at that point,
Yeah.
right?
Besides, like, just that was funny. That's
Yeah.
the one that like left the most flavor. It was
Yep.
savory.
Yep.
You remember it because I remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after that, we showed up to
that,
Super Lab.
Coda, the first ever
Super
Coda.
Lab Coda, the 2019. It was
That
a lot
was-
of money.
That was technically the very first time
Yeah.
that was as
a team.
as
We
like
sucked.
PH Racing.
We
yeah.
sucked.
Yeah. You
We were
barely- you
terrible.
almost didn't make it there. Remember?
Yeah. Oh God. I forgot
You
about that.
almost couldn't make it to that.
I
event.
forgot about that.
So what did you do?
Yeah.
Can you remind everybody
Okay.
what did you do?
So first off, the car was prepped in 2 shops. We were at Bauhaus Racing putting the supercharger together.
I
And
remember
then,
one day he just out of the blue sent me a message like, "We got boost," and showed me like a picture of
it was
a supercharger kit.
it wasn't a Craftworks. It was one of the other ones, like a Science of Speed kit, I think, a Science of Speed supercharger kit. But it was a smaller 1220, which was supposed to be self lubricating, except we didn't know. So I don't know what happened, but maybe we connected the oil from the engine, oil pressure line, to the supercharger, blew the seal, realized we were not supposed to do that, and just stopped it. But as I was driving from Detroit to Chicago to get the car aligned and everything, the supercharger, all the oil in it, because we blew the seal, just leaked out and the supercharger ran dry, at which point I had a ruined supercharger. Literally the night before the event. So I think our final solution was just to cut the belt of the supercharger, but leave the supercharger on the car. And I just ran an
Because I
intake.
remember it was just like before that, because back then my car was still full time in Toronto or in Ontario, Canada, being served as an MV. So I actually lived in Connecticut at the time instead of Chicago. So I had to flew to Toronto, pick up the car with my buddy in the trailer from their shop. So drive down to Coda. And by the time I got to Coda, because it's been busy doing my thing, I texted this guy. I said, "Hey, where are you at?" He's like,
I'm sure in Chicago. Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
That was technically like the afternoon before the event started. That was like a Friday afternoon.
Oh, that's not even. No, wait. The supercharger thing isn't even all of it. Because then the injectors were bad. I had to swap back to the old injectors. But then I broke one.
Yep.
Which means I had 3 cylinders on my S2000, which was S1500 at that point.
Yeah, at that point you guys had one trailer.
Yeah.
But obviously your car wasn't really going to need that trailer. I remember
I
Fiona had to pick up a box trailer.
Yes.
With a U-Haul.
Yeah. Sorry,
To
Fiona.
tow her.
I'm sorry.
Newly purchased, like new to her.
Yeah.
S2000 down.
Yeah. The
Why
supercharger
also you can use her Q7
and
and her trailer
to fix my car.
to fix your car.
You know, looking back, thank you, Fiona. You did save the program quite a bit.
You think?
Well, anyway, continue.
Anyway.
We know. Anyway, what happened next? Oh,
So you had to
on
go
my
down
way
to,
down to
Yeah, you had to go
Texas.
see Dean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, hey guys, I need help, and then Tom O'Gorman messaged me like, hey dude, I have a friend in Houston, he might be
He's
able
like
to
the
help.
Honda guru.
He's like the
down
Honda,
there.
like the super specialist. Ended up
Yeah.
being Dean. I showed up at his house like 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Something like
He's
that.
like, all right. He's got A7 S2000 outside his house. All right, let's do this. All right, I got, let's go. I was like, you sure? Like, we can wait till the morning. He's like, no, let's go.
Yeah.
And I just stopped the injector and got the car running
Yeah.
at 2 o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning.
that guy never met Dean before.
Yeah, no,
at that
never.
point.
He never met me, never knew me. He was just like, yeah, let's go. And then,
Yeah, let's
and
go.
then after he got the car fixed,
Yeah, he dragged your ass to Coda.
he's like, don't worry, I'll just drive you to Coda. I'm like, dude, are you serious? He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why you don't miss the practice the next day.
Yeah.
Like in 5 hours.
Yeah.
So he did that. Like, I guess spoiler. I guess Ding passed away a couple years
Yeah, I
ago,
miss that
and
guy.
I forever I think I
Yeah.
owe that to him.
Yeah.
And like this part of I've never seen a guy live with such passion as he did. So that was wild to do something for me, like as a stranger that's never known me, not a fan, not anything, just straight up do that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. So I miss you, dude.
Miss you, dude.
Good freaking guy. And we made the event with the car running naturally aspirated with a supercharger as ballast. It didn't have ABS sensors, so the car would lock up like crazy. It was a shit show. The car did just.
Yeah, it was
If looking back, as PhD racing now in 2025, if our car was as shit as that car was that back then, we just wouldn't go to the event.
Yep.
We will just say, all right, this is too fucked. We're not going.
But at that point, it's more like about keeping the car together, because that was the year.
Yeah.
You want to tell the guy what you did to the brake caliper?
Well, that's actually after. So
No, that was the same event.
it was what my brake. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I think
At that, at that point, why?
A lot of things happened.
There's a reason why I kind of insist that we keep the lab part in PhD racing, because a lot of it is just experiment. And when I say
It is lab.
experiment,
yeah.
I mean learning from your mistakes.
We learned a lot from our mistakes.
Yes.
Shall we talk about what happened that day?
Yeah, we can.
So I think what happened was when I was doing one of the brake pad services and shit.
Yeah, because you were doing brake
Yeah.
pad,
That was for sure. I had the
you
stop
always,
tech kit.
because you always do brake
Yeah.
pad. Yeah, because I think
Yeah.
that might be the first or second time you
Yeah.
had the stop tech.
The stop tech had a bolt holding the pads
C43.
in. C43, yeah. The bolt somehow disappeared. Either I didn't put it back in, or it just fell off on track.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I hear like a thunk
When you're like
on my
track.
cooldown lap. On
Yeah.
my cooldown lap. So luckily, I wasn't going very fast. I still come into the pit, did everything, parked the car. All right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You came back and was like, Alex, there's something like I hear like a pretty big conk
Yeah.
on my way.
We check suspension.
We
everything
check
looks good.
suspension. Like, it could be just like pick up
Just
let's
big
say,
rock,
debris from
whatever.
the track or something,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever.
And then-
didn't think too much.
And then, like 2 hours later, I'm going out for next session. Why
Yeah.
is there a puddle of fluid under my car?
There's like a lake of brake fluid, like right underneath, like
I thought it blew
roughly
the
the
engine or
engine
something.
area.
Yeah.
Engine and tire area.
Turns out
it was
the,
like a lake of
Yeah.
brake fluid.
Turns out what happened was one of the brake pads literally flew out. So the brake pistons were poking so far out of the caliper. It was the pistons straight on the rotor,
Yeah.
slowing me down.
Yeah, metal
so
on
all the,
metal.
So all the all the fluid came out from behind it.
Yeah.
We just literally like shoved the the pistons straight back in.
Slap another pad in there.
That brake has never seen another issue. So technically, Ben Ling, if you're watching, that your brake caliper,
Inspect your brake caliper.
it's the right front. You should probably check it. It never had an issue after that, but that did happen. The piston was on the rotor for a bit.
We're so bad back then.
We were terrible.
We're at least slightly better now.
Yeah, slightly.
Yeah.
And then, later on the same season, I put the car in the wall
Yeah.
at Mid-Ohio.
Twice.
No, what do you mean
No.
twice?
So you put the car on the wall one time.
Yeah, I only put it in
Mid-Ohio.
once. Mid-Ohio.
I thought you kind of slightly bent the car again somewhere.
Where did I bin the car again? I don't remember.
Oh no, never mind. It wasn't bend the car. It was the wing detach again.
Yeah, well, that happens quite.
Yeah,
that was Road Atlanta.
Yeah, that
was
wing,
Road Atlanta.
that poor wing, I think is still here somewhere.
That's a crazy bit. Let me go grab it.
Yeah, that wing detached from his car like 3 times in
Three
in
times.
its life. Yes, that's the wing.
That is the wing.
Yeah,
And guess what, Alex?
it's still in one piece.
It's still standing.
Yeah,
It is still alive.
yeah.
there's a bit of a blemished edge back here.
Quite a bit. And then
But,
if you
like-
look at the other side, there's like 28 different mounting holes.
Oh yeah, there was. So like, it's like this,
So
Yeah,
this is technically the one that we got at Buttonwillow. So it flew off one time at Buttonwillow.
yeah, I did.
Then it flew off one more time at Road Atlanta.
Yeah, I did. So it's technically yeah.
Yeah.
But every single time, it always lands the right side up. It always
Aerodynamic.
finds a way back on the car.
Aerodynamic.
And I think at this point we just kept this as a memento to remind ourselves how tough we need to be. You know,
Like carbon fiber.
like made in nothing like like Brian Ma's Super Special.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was basically the start.
That was like the pre-Supra days of PH Racing, how
Yeah.
this became a thing.
It was terrible.
Yeah, it
We
was
were-
terrible.
We were awful.
Yeah.
Like, very luckily, we weren't known for those days.
Thank God.
We were known, like, if you think about it, more people know us for our
For
like
the crash?
that, but like for the domination we put on with the Supra. But like, we learned so much from the S2000
It was
and the
good
Supra
time.
days.
It was
you
good
know,
time.
it was good.
Yeah.
So
At the time, we had to, trailer go to a storage yard.
Yeah.
We didn't even have the little
the first shop. No.
the first little storage shop at that point. Everything was just
the first shop was somebody else's garage. Detached
some
garage.
detached garage that we rented for like whopping $700 a month.
I miss those days.
Yeah,
the
but
rents were so cheap.
Yeah,
back then. But like, no, yeah, I think it's just in general. If you look at how far we've come, and now we have a shop and like a legit shop, like service shop, and like we do our own race car prep, and we develop our own parts and work with people like Olin's and Brembos and shit like that. It's,
also
it's
when
pretty
we're trying
wild.
to install things, usually hammer, cutter, and pry bar are getting invited less and less, which I think is a good thing.
Things just fit.
Yep.
I think you have to understand, like, this sport is all about experience, right? It's about making mistakes and learning from them.
Yeah.
And
You learn a lot from success, but also you learn more from
absolutely.
what didn't work.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. I honestly think I learned a lot more from the fuck ups and the defeats than we do from the successes. Because it's like what's really funny? I look at the Supra years, right? The Supra domination years, like how we just went out there and just whooped everybody's butt. But like those couple years, they just get combined into like a blur.
The more memorable ones is like all the ones that things really didn't go well.
Or we had to try really hard.
Yeah.
Like Long Beach when the charge pipe kept blowing off, or the first Super Lab one got disqualified and then had to come back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Things like that. Or like when the brake pad fell off his first Super Lab, stuff like that. Like things, the more you have issues with, but it sticks in your mind. So you're like, in the future, all right, don't do this because,
Definitely don't
that
do
happens.
that. Yeah.
It's things like that we learn from. And I do like that we learned a lot from our mistakes, from what we could have done better and should have done better. And we still do. We're still learning. And so that's why we call ourselves PhD Racing Lab.
Yeah, that's how this thing became a thing. And somehow, 6 years later, we're still here.
Yeah, and then it basically rolls into Supra. And by then, everybody kind of knows we got a Supra, we crashed it, we got another one, we built it. And now it's snowballed.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think I know what I want to talk about in the next episode.
What do you want to talk about
The
next?
crash.
Do we really have to talk about the crash?
I don't mind because there's a lot of things that people didn't really know back then.
What-
There's a lot like
What
well,
did
we'll keep it for the next episode.
Okay.
There's a lot of like actual detail that we didn't show on YouTube. That
I don't remember.
I remember vividly.
I don't remember. I don't remember anything.
All right, then next episode
We're gonna talk about the crash.
we're gonna talk about the crash.
We're gonna talk about the crash.
The crash.
Oh wow. Okay. The title would just be the Super Crash 6 years on.
Yeah. No,
Sure.
it's
All right.
I remember a lot. There's like
We can show off some memorabilia, Alex.
oh yes, exactly.
Oh yeah, we have some memorabilia from
All
that
right,
too.
next episode.
Okay. Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
watching.
for watching.
And
See you maybe next week, maybe in 2 weeks.
see you hopefully next week. And we'll keep the We Chilling with Yinbing Ding Fling going. Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.